Today we are going to cover things on data transformations using another package that is called the DPLYR package, and this package will help you in picking, for example, a specific data based on a certain condition. I will try to link what we did in SQL, in MySQL, with this kind of package that we are calling the DPLYR package for data transformation. Yes. So, in this tutorial, this is an RDPLY presentation. We will have the introduction to this DPLY and how to use them with some examples. All examples provided in this RDPLY tutorial, they are just basic, simple, and easy to practice from beginners like you who are enthusiastic to learn this R and advance your careers. So if you are new to R, I recommend you read the R programming tutorial. This tutorial that I've prepared as far as the DPLY package is concerned. DPLYR package is a package that provides a grammar of data manipulation. We will not be using, for example, you want to select some data, so instead of returning data with the operators, we will be using the grammar. For example, select this data from this part. Under this data from this part, manipulate this data from this to this. We will have the mutation, how you can mutate different data in your data set. And it will provide the most used set of verbs that help data science analysts to solve the most common of data manipulation. So on the DPLY, verbs are taken or will take input as data frame and return the data frame object. That's how I prepared this package, this presentation. Now, what is an DPLYR package, and what does it do, or what does this package operations performed by this package? The first D will stand for data frame, data.frame. So anything that you are going to do must be within a specific data frame. So the PLYR can be rendered as pliers, which is referred to as a tool to manipulate this data frame. Now let's introduce this package. So the DPLYR is just a package that will provide this grammar, blah blah blah, all these things here, and provide the most used verbs that will help you to analyze and solve most common data manipulation. First of all, you have to install the package first. You can either use the command install.packages, then you specify the name of that package, and we have a package that carries the DPLYR inside it, and it's called the Tidyverse. When you download or when you install Tidyverse package in your machine, you will definitely have the DPLYR. For those who have installed both of them, you will bear with me that DPLYR package, the process of installing is very short compared to Tidyverse. Tidyverse will be installed. It will take around 4 minutes or 5, but for DPLYR, just 1 minute or seconds. So you can either install this one or this one. So the Tidyverse package has combination of other packages where DPLYR package is among them. And so I will not run this command because I have already installed it. So I will have to call that particular command. How do we call it? You apply the library. So you launch that package. What is important, or rather what's the importance of loading a package before using? Ladies in the house, nataka mniambie, what is the importance of loading a library before you use it? Or why do we apply library function here to load the DPLYR package? I want to hear from you. Where is ladies in the house? Phoebe, why do we install, why do we load the package before we use it?
I'm not sure.
Okay, we load the package. Remember, package comes with some specific syntax and functions, and these functions are not present in a common RStudio. So when you load that particular package is when the compiler will now understand that if this function is not in the basics of RStudio, then the compiler direct points to the package to see whether that syntax is stored in that particular package. And ladies, mko wapi? Okay, Phoebe, by the way, congratulations, you passed your second project very well. Okay, let's continue. DPLYR example. So when I execute this command first, let's see, I have loaded the DPLYR package. Now in this section of R DPLY tutorial, let's create an R data frame, run some DPLYR verbs and explore the output. What is a verb? What is a verb? Guys, what is a verb? Ladies, mulikuwa mapro wa English. What is a verb?
Doing what?
Doing what? Very good. Very good. So there are some doing ones now inside the DPLYR package. So yeah, that's what we mean. And let's see, if we create a data frame, here called the df, check the syntax. Up to now I'm sure hakuna mwenye hawezi create a data frame, sindio? Check this part here. So my data frame is called df, and it has some entries. We have the ID, we have the name, we have the gender, DOB, this is date of birth, as.date is a function that is used to store data in date format. You remember the syntax for storing date in R? The syntax and the way change. We start with year, then from there month and date. As you can see here, we have the state, CNY not applicable here, and this part here we have the row. We have row.names. Row.names, that is a function that is used to store what? To store names of rows. In this language. So up to now, I'm sure you understand everything here. Let's execute this command and have a view of our data frame. Yes, my command has been executed. I can call the df. Check. Under df, we have the rows, row 1, row 2, row 3, up to row 8. We have the ID, we have the name, we have the gender, we have date of birth, then we have state. From there, let's apply the filter verb or the filter command that is inside the DPLYR package. And in this example, by using the DPLYR filter function, we are going to filter the R data frame rows by names. Filter data frame by column values. You can apply any column values by multiple conditions, etc. Here, check this operator here. Percentage greater than percentage is an infix operator which acts as a pipe. For example, when you apply filter or select, we are using this as pipe to get the data that we are selecting from this part here. So now, suppose we have applied select command here. For us to get the output of selection from this part, we have to get data from the data frame. Now, that link between the output, the command, and the actual data frame, we will be using this operator here, the infix operator. So it passes the left hand side of the operator to the first element of the right hand side of the operator. So I think that definition is very, very clear and straightforward. Let's see. Now you can load the package. So ukiload once unaweza achana nayo. For example, we want to filter by rows. We want to filter by rows. So we want to filter by what? By row names. You remember the row.names command? The row name, we applied it somewhere. This part here, which produced this column here and the rows from row 1 up to row 8. Now I want to filter where row names of the DF data frame is equal to 3. Here we use double equal sign. And remember to apply this or rather this infix operator, to return a row name with to return data where row name is equal to 3. Check. Okay, what we have here is row number 3. We have this entry. So you can return row number 8. Let's return row number 8 from our data. Yes, this is row number 8. Now I want you to return multiple rows. I think I included that command somewhere. So this is your first question. Return different rows. So I expect you to type the same question in your command, for the reference purposes. So return different rows. That is more than one row. So that is question 1 for this part here. We can filter by gender. Check here where we have gender is equal to M. So is DF, we use the pipe to filter where we have gender as male. So you can execute this command here and you can see we have all males here. Now what is the let's see why do you think we have an error inside this part if you don't include the DF or the name of the data frame that you are going to use? Nataka moja ni ukiweka DF hapa ndio utapata the output, but we cannot it's not necessary we put it here, and I think if we put it here you will get an error. The DF, I want you to think of it. Yes, you will definitely have an error. Now I want you to get this point clearly. When you apply a function in DPLYR package to store specific data, the specific data, returning the data or retrieving the data that you want, you must specify the source of data. For example, because we don't have row names as variable in our data set. Is it making sense? We don't have row names in our data frame. So yeah, we don't have it. So you have to specify the source of data now using the function. Remember, row names is a function for this part. So yeah, that is the reason why we don't include the df part and agenda. Yes. So when you execute this command here, you have this part here. You can filter by list of values. Check here. If we filter states, suppose you want to filter states. I want to return specific states. Which another example can I use to demonstrate this? You want to return specific towns in Kenya which are affected by coronavirus. That is back in the year 2021. So is it 2020? So you can specify specific list of values. And what is the syntax? The syntax is very simple. We apply the df, then you specify the pipe. We want to filter states. Check here. We want to filter only states where what is the use of percentage in percentage? Percentage in percentage. I want to hear from you. What is the use of percentage in percentage? What is the use of this sign here? What is the use of a general definition of this sign? Percentage in percentage is used to return what? Remember yesterday I explained it. Percentage in percentage. So this is the fourth time. What is the use of percentage in percentage? I will pick one of you random. Yes, Mr. John?
Yes, I'm saying if you pretend
Aki atukupati. Mr. John? Yes, hebu sema sasa. Okay.
another argument.
To do what?
Check is one of the ways and also another argument.
Good. Phoebe, you have add. Phoebe, I want to hear from you. Phoebe? Okay. Phoebe ni kama alinjoin na akawekelea simu pahali. Okay. Percentage in percentage is used to check entries in length of a particular variable, regardless of the dimensions. Regardless of the dimensions. That is the use of percentage in percentage. So the compiler will be checking these values and the variable states. So the compiler will check all values that are present under this variable called state and return this point, the 3 points that you have specified there. So and I want you to check the syntax here. This is df percentage greater than percentage. Remember, this is just a byte. The infix parameter. We are filtering states. We are filtering states where we have the CA, isn't, and PH. So yeah. So in then you apply the C function to store the values that you are looking into under the state variable. Check. You can see what we have is CA, isn't, PH. So yeah. From there you can filter by multiple conditions. You remember the use of the operators. We are filtering gender, where we have males, and check. This is the sign that we use in R programming. The general R, I'm sure we used it. We thought of this kind of sign for the operators. So this is and ID is greater than 15. We have IDs here. So I expect all values with male and IDs are greater than 15. So you can see we have one. So if we specify greater than 14, what will happen? We will have from 15. So yeah, from 15 and 16. And if you can use even greater than or equal to, let's see. So we expect to include what? To include 14 value. Yeah. That is the use of filter. That is the use of filter and the DPLYR package. We can apply. Let's go on the second part here, where we have the select. Where we have the select, and DPLYR select function is used to select column or variables from the data frame. This takes the first argument as the data frame, and the second argument is the variable name or vector of variable names. For more example, let's refer to select column by name and select column by index position. Let's check this part here. You can select a specific column. For example, this is our DF. This is our DF data frame. So you can select either the IDs, you can select either names, you can select either IDs and names, you can select either IDs, gender and state. Any can do. Let's see. You can select a specific column by select, then you specify the name of column, the name of your column. From there, select multiple columns. We can use still select, but what are we selecting? We have to store what we are selecting somewhere. We are selecting IDs and names, so that is why we apply the C function here to store the variables that we want to return. Let's see. You can see we have IDs and names. We have IDs and names. You can include, for example, states. Let's see. We can have a state, yes, and yes, you can just have those three or zenye unataka. But now, how can you select a specific column by an ID? How can you select a specific column by ID? Remember, this is our ID number 1. This is our ID number 1. This is our ID number 2. This is our ID number 2. And in our DF, in our data frame here, this is ID 1, ID 2, ID 3, ID 4, ID 5. So ID 5. All column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. These the rows are not part of the column. They are there by default. Is incorporated by default. So that is why the compiler is ignoring these parts of rows. We can use the slice. Okay, up to that point. Kuna mwenye akona swali? Do you have any question? Any question up to that point? Okay, nani ameelewa? Phoebe, umeelewa? And Mr. Patrick,
Yes.
ulikuwa umeenda wapi? Nimekuita ukanyamaza. Mr. Patrick, are you together?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm sure mnaelewa what we are doing. So if you have any question, just feel free to ask. Just feel free to ask. So yes, we have only 2 lessons remaining to malize the course. So from that point, you will be consultants. Sababu mtu atakuwa anajua this friend of mine did this training and about Analytica, and he or she can help me handle this analysis using this R package. So from Friday, it will be you and you. It will be you and you. So yeah. So if you have any question, if you don't understand anything as we progress, just feel free to ask. We have the slice function. We have the slice function. Slice function is used to slice the data from rows based on index positions. Based on the index position, and that's all. It is used to drop rows based on an index. So you can drop a specific row if that row does not meet a certain requirement that you want as an analyst. So following are some other slice verbs provided by the DPLYR package, and let's see. We have the slice function. Slash function, it slices the data frame by row index. It will slice the data frame by row index. We have the slice head. It will select the first row. So when you apply slice head, it will just return the first row. That is slice head. So slice tail is just the opposite of slice end. We have slice minimum. Slice minimum will return the minimum value of a column. Maximum is the opposite of the minimum. We have slice random. It will select random row. It will just select random row. So those are just some verbs and a slice function. And yes, nasikia kuna mwenye anajaribu kuongea. So who is that? Yes, Malvin. Malvin, do you have anything to share with us? Okay, let's continue. So those are some functions and slice.
Excuse.
Yes.
Ebu fanya example of this like slice head. Ebu fanya like example moja hapo.
Okay, acha tuone. Acha tufanye ziko hapa, then tufanye these ones here. Sindio? Yes. Now you can select the first row, for example. Sindio? You can select the second row and third row using this command here. Let's see. Yes, this is the first and second row. But now if I want the first row alone, I can apply df df percentage in percentage slice let's see. Okay, what is here? You can specify the data and proposals, the null applications. Select the first and last row. Let's see. Select the minimum of df. Let's see. So super prepare hizi hapa. So these are my login level. Specify what are we lacking here.
It should be, if it's only the head, it should be underscore head.
Yeah.
Slice underscore head. Head, yes. Then like that.
Oh yeah. And then from there, make it level.
On my side, it is working.
Yeah, actually it's working. So that,
Yeah.
yeah, in other. So it's working. So slice hand, you can slice things. You can return the DF from slice slice thing. Let's wait and see. Yeah, I think it's working. So you can apply anywhere. And you can return rows from a list. For example, you remember the how you are dropping rows. You can undrop row by use of what? By use of the negative, use of negative sign. So when you apply the negative sign in a command, you are telling or you are directing the compiler not to do what? Not to include that particular row in its output. For example, here we are returning row 2, 3, 5 and 6. Yeah, row 2, 3, 2, 3, 5 and 6. So you can see we have row 2, row 3, row 5 and row 6 and row 6. You remember the use of range? Range is the same, so we use the full, how do we call this signs here? From 2 to 6. Yeah. You remember how we were producing sequences? Adding numbers from 20 to 60? The syntax is the same here. But now, for this part we don't store because we are dealing with the specific entries of rules. We are dealing with the specific entries of rules. Or this are direct format as you compare. This for this one we are selecting some specific rules. So when we run this command, we are getting entries from row 2 to row 6. From row 2 to row 6. We can drop some rows. Let's see. We can drop some rows using the negative sign. We are going to drop row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5 and row 6. So we use this negative sign there. We use the negative sign and we remained with row 1, row 7 and row 8. You can even drop by range. You can drop by range. So df percentage greater than this. Remember this is just a pipe, and we are slicing or dropping rows from row 2 up to row 6. From row 2 up to row 6. So we have the same output here. We have the mutate function. We have the mutate function. And the mutate function, this function has some verbs. You can mutate all, you can mutate if, and mutate at. So from you are mutating all these things from the DPLYR package to replace or update the values of column in strings, integer or any data type in R. For example, replace, we have the df here. This is our data frame. This is our data frame. We want to mutate or to replace under names. So we use the sign here for the pipe. Mutate, check the function, check the syntax of the function. You have to start with the rules, and let me show you how you master these things in just one day. For example, you know we have this form of mutate, mutate. When you, even before you you are done with writing the word mutate, you will have a view of what mutate function does. We mutate, we replace the data, and you perform the operation here. So mutate function here will create a new column that are functions of the existing variable. If it can also modify if the name is the same as the existing column, and delete columns by setting their values to null. So that is why we have str replace. This is a function. This is a function inside the mutation function. This is a function inside this function of mutate, and we are replacing the name and the names, and the name variable we are replacing psi with psi. Let's see. Where are we getting this error? Where are we getting this error? I want us we check where we might have made a mistake in our syntax. Okay, Mr. Morris, where do you think we have in here?
The error says that the str replace function is not found.
The str function not found.
The str underscore replace function.
Which replace the str? Str replacing is under which function? Str replace is under which function? Okay, which function is used to replace? Nataka tufikirie kama watu wanaenda kumaliza darasa, kama watu wanaenda kumaliza course on Friday. Let's see here. I think this will not give us the purport you want.
Lakini si yangu inafanya.
Yako inafanya. Using the str. using the str inafanya, si ndio?
Yes, using the str replace inafanya.
Let's see the df after we run this command here.
On my end, it's not working.
Hata hapa ifanye. I think we can I will research on this one here. Inafanya kwa mashine moja ifanye kwa wengine, I don't know the reason. And ilikuwa inafanya kwa version 4.2.0 for my previous version ilikuwa inafanya. So my RStudio did crash around sana, so we have to uninstall everything.
Can you try to use the gsub function we used yesterday?
The gsub function, will it work out really? Let's see. Try in your end. Try from your end. Let me try to do something else. So, Mr. Morris.
It's okay.
Okay. I think we can do more research on the correct format, but this is the correct format. Why is it not working in our machines? Acha tujaribu the other. Tujaribu after ikuwe challenge ile, tujaribu after the class. So this is the correct syntax, so we research on the other ways for doing the same. Ili tusikue start on one part. So
question.
Yes.
Is that option of running Erlang for the last trace? You try that.
Pardon?
That option of running the Erlang, whatever they have told us to run Erlang, and then two columns there, last trace. Run that so that I can see maybe where we went lost. Maybe we can try, and maybe on your end you can actually understand more. Maybe where the error is coming from. because there's a way it says after mutate, then you have to put in the data frame, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, actually I can see we have to instead run the rlang dot last trace to see where the error occurred. Let's see. Remember, you can also write a command here. So let's see now. Trace. So we have mutate namespace or DPLYR mutate name replace name. Let's do this one here and see whether we will get. Let's try this and see the second part. This one is not working out. Hey, Mr. Morris, between the first, second, and third rows and the rlang output, which one do you think is working? Between these three. Yeah. Let's try it now. So ikikataa work, you just do the other part. But if you know how to commission here, I don't know what is happening with this R. Let's see. No, that one is not working. The other one is not. So I take the research now after we are done with the other parts. So Mr. Morris.
The GSUB function, it works.
With?
GSUB function.
You have to share with us your screen.
Okay.
So instead of STR, we use the GSUB.
So here is the original data. Row one is side
Yes.
and a column name.
Yes.
And after using the mutate and the GSUB function, now you can see the psi is replaced with psi ram.
Oh yeah. Actually. Yeah. So you apply GSUB instead of STR.
So can you stop sharing?
GSUB and yeah, with GSAP is working. So you can apply the GSAP from your end. So for this part, on renaming, I will give you the code that I used here. I will provide you the code, but actually we can use the df. See that we can use the df instead of my underscore data frame. We can use df, see that, and try to rename. For example, id. Let's see. id is equal to id underscore number. ID number.
You're not presenting your screen.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So the other part was on renaming. The DPLYR rename function. The rename function of DPLYR is used to change the column names present in the data frame. And the first example from the following, we will rename, but now I provided, I failed to, or I forgot just to give you a small code for my data frame. So I want to demonstrate the same using my data, frame of ID. So instead of my data frame, just use the df. Just use the df. So I want to rename ID to the ID number. I want to rename ID to the ID number. Let's see. Can't rename column that don't exist. What are our entries? Let's see. Karibu Nsumbura. Kar. Ibu Nsumbura kini mwana. Okay. Hiyo faili ilikuwa wapi? Let's see. Just rename this ID to ID number. Just rename this ID to ID number. So yeah. So you start with what you want to rename. So instead of ID, we have the ID number. So from the DF data frame, you can have a DF and rename. What else are we renaming? You can rename sex where we have genders. Yeah, you can rename this one sex. have what? Where we have gender. Let's see. Where we have gender. Yeah. So you can see we have sex instead of gender. So that is it. That is what we are supposed to do there. And so for this one here, you can just insert more than, you can rename more than one, all of them at once, just with one command. So you can rename multiple of them, and everything will be okay. So you just start with the name that you want to be the new name or the new entry in your data frame, and the second part will be including or will carry the names that are present in your data frame. Yeah, that is how we can rename. And you can rename by a column. You can rename multiple columns by index. You can rename multiple columns by index, and you can rename, for example, column 1, you rename it with this part here. Then you can rename column 2 to this part. So yeah, and we can demonstrate that one using this part here. And we have our df is equal to df, yes, then you apply that part there, and we want to rename for example, state DOB to it a date of birth. So but now this DOB is under which index? Index 1, 2, 3, 4. Index 4. So date underscore birth. Date birth. So where we have 4. Let's check. Yes. From there you can call your df. Let's check. Yes, you can see we have date underscore birth. Now we have renamed this entry by the index. By the index. So yeah. Suppose you want the next example. Suppose you want to return a distinct values, and distinct function of DPLYR is used to select unique or distinct rows from the input data frame, not using any column variable names as argument. So this function will return unique rows by checking values on all columns. You remember? Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Could you just go back on the rename, just the last one you've done?
Yes.
You have df equals df again.
Yes.
Is that the syntax?
Pardon?
You have on your line 170. it's you have df equals df and then pipe. Is that the sentence?
Not really. Here I have assigned everything here. Any function that is any operation that is done here, I have assigned it to a variable called df. So my df here is the new df. So you can delete this one, and you will just get the same answer. Let's see. I'm sure you must get the same answer. So by returning this part here, you just get you will get correct. You will get direct. So you will get the direct operation performed there. But yeah, it's the same.
But when you run the df, when you run the output,
yes,
what should it be? It should be value 4.
the which value?
Because you have renamed.
I have renamed column that is on index number 4 in my df data frame. We have the ID as our first index, name as the second, gender as the third, then the date of birth as the fourth.
Okay. Right.
Okay, that is it. So now I was saying, you remember yesterday we did in the process of data cleaning, we did duplication, how you can delete duplicate, and we dropped some duplicate values in our entries, and now we want to create a data frame and remove some entries that are the same. Even before we create this part here, I can see we have duplicates. We have 11 here, 11, 32, 32, spark, 76, 76, 144, 144. So yes, let's see. When you execute the command, you have your original, your new DF now. Now, our DF here has ID, pages, name, chapters, and the price. So we have already loaded the DPLYR package, so I'm sure kuna need ya kutafuta tena. So the distinct function will return what? Will return only unique rows. You can see row number 1 and row 1 and row 2 are duplicates. So when I run this command, I don't expect to have 1 and 2 here. I expect so we expect to have 1 row eliminated. So we expect to have 1 row eliminated, and when you call that, when you execute that command and call the df, we have the first row, second, third, and fourth. So we don't have these 2 rows that are duplicates. And you can distinct on a specific column. You can apply the distinct function on specific column. For example, check on ID and pages. We have ID number 3 and ID number 4 the same. Pages under those 2 rows are the same. We have 22. So we have 22. Now you can specify you can specify which column you want your operations to be based on. And for our case here, we have the ID and pages. I want to return distinct ID and pages. Let me delete this part here so that you can get the output direct. Where are we? We're on line number here. We're here now. So let me delete this part. We don't want the output, how the output will. Yeah. And if you delete that one, we don't. There's no need to have this part. Yeah. So my DF, I'm going to give distinct between these two. So let's see. Distinct on selected column. Yes. You have the ID and pages. So these are the only unique, and you can see that this ID and pages, one is a duplicate from the others. No, we have 3 and 4. These are duplicate as far as these two columns are concerned. Now we can apply the arrange function, the DPLYR arrange function. And DPLYR arrange function is used to sort the R data frame rows by ascending or descending orders based on column values. Let's see. This is our new DF. Check here, this is our new DF. Let's execute the command. My machine is hanging. Okay, let's call the DF now. Okay, we have the DF data frame. It has these entries here, and tulikuwa tumelonda DPLYR package. You can arrange in ascending order by price. You can arrange in ascending order by price. Let's see. We have the prices here. So the syntax is very simple. DF percentage greater than percentage arrange price. Then you can run the command and see what is happening. And you can call the DF function. Guys, my machine is hanging. What should I do? Now this is in ascending order. This is in ascending order. I want you to sort it in descending order. This makes your question 3. This will be your question 3. Question 3. I want you to apply the same syntax to sort that data in ascending order. In descending order, I mean. Okay, I want you to sort students to sort data based on prices in descending order. So using the arrange function, and that's as far as this part here is concerned. So this will be your question 3. This will be your question 3. Probably in your project. You never know. Okay. Yeah. So that is it. Do you have any question up to there?
Yes.
Yes.
The first one, like, you have 3 questions and I have only recorded 2.
Huh?
You've given us 3 questions. And I
I
think I've only recorded 2.
What was the first one? Which was the first question?
Kuna ya kwanza.
Question 1 was on line 72.
Returning more than 1 row.
Yes.
Alafu ya pili iko wapi sasa?
Ya pili ilikuwa wapi? Kwani ilikuwa wapi? Kama ndio question 2. Niliona kama ni kijana nyingine pale. So this is your second question. Sawa. Yeah. I think that makes the second question. Any other question?
Nilikuwa na swali lingine, sijui kama itakuwa out of this.
Okay, uliza tu.
Hebu fungua hiyo kitu turudi hapo.
Hiyo kitu tumeifungua.
Like nataka the syntax that produced the last data frame.
The last data frame.
The syntax that produced this.
We have it here.
Sasa hapo, the first yet kuna 207. Convert the second one also to 207.
This part here, this one. The 204.
Equate 207.
You can convert, you have 207.
Hizi zingine zinaweza kuwa same here, 26 zote.
206.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So, ebu run your code.
have it here.
Yeah, so let's say this was some demographic data, and I want to count the people. Like I want to have two groups here. Kuna group ya 207 and 206, and I want to count the members in 207 and also the members in 206. How can I do that?
You want to count the number, sindio?
Yeah, those in 207 and those in 206.
Oh, you want the command that will count those numbers, sindio? Si yenye tunaona kwa macho, sindio?
Yes.
Let's see. We can apply the count command, sindio? Let's see. Let me check the syntax.
Let's use the functions in the DPLYR package.
The function in
Maybe we can group by that column. Can group by year, and then we count.
okay, are we together kweli? Na link yangu ikapotea. So we can apply the group by command, sindio? Under the DPLYR package, yeah. And from that you can just produce the summary. You can just have.
You're not presenting your screen.
Let me present it. Okay, we can have check here, df is equals to, so is equals to df, then I'm trying to take or to pop out df is equals to df then I can apply the group by command. Yeah, and group by. What are we grouping by? We are grouping by region, by date, by published date. So, grouping by.
I think you have to do a bit of manipulation first. I think you have to do a bit of manipulation on that data so that you extract the year to stand on its own. Because the dates have got their days actually.
But you can apply greater than inside it.
Okay.
For example, greater than 207, greater than
1st of January 2007.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense. Let's try it. DF and publish date. Kwanza hii tutupea nini? Let's see. Unajua kwa programming lazima uanzie pale, si ndio? Let's see. We have them here, and now what I want to do is to apply a greater than, then produce the summary. Yeah. So I'm applying something that is greater than 26. Let's see. Two or 6. 12. 01. Let's see what we get here. We have the DF. Yes. We have the true, false. From there, we can have the summary for these parts, the identical parts. Let's see how we can produce that summary. And yes, so I summarize. So I'm using my pipe again here. So I'm trying to summarize. I'm summarizing this part. I want to summarize this part, and let's apply this summary here. Tukiona kama itaingilia hapo. So kuwa unajaribu in your machine. No, itaingilia hapo. Achana nayo. What are you getting from your end, Mr. Morris?